More than 2,000 years ago, people transformed enormous blocks of stone into monuments that still dominate these hills.
But who were they? They left behind thousands of jars, yet their identity remains one of Southeast Asia's great archaeological mysteries.
Laos is a landlocked country in Southeast Asia, bordered by China, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and Myanmar.
In its mountainous northeast lies the Xiangkhouang Plateau, home to the extraordinary Plain of Jars.
The story takes us back to the Iron Age. Archaeological dating indicates that the megalithic jar tradition began more than 2,000 years ago and continued for centuries.
These were communities capable of organizing labor, working stone, and participating in wider regional networks.
We do not know what the jar builders called themselves. No surviving written records have yet revealed their names, their rulers, or the language they spoke. So archaeologists must reconstruct their world from what survived beneath the soil. One discovery transformed our understanding of the jars. Human burials have been found around these ancient monuments.
Some individuals were buried directly in the ground, while other remains were associated with ceramic burial vessels.
The evidence increasingly connects these landscapes with death and commemoration.
But were the giant jars themselves tombs? Possibly, but the answer is not that simple.
One hypothesis suggests that bodies may have been placed in the jars temporarily before their remains were buried nearby.
Exactly how the jars functioned within these rituals remains uncertain.
Another clue lies scattered among the jars. Large stone discs have been discovered at several sites.
Let's map these new coordinates.
Although they were once sometimes described as jar lids, archaeological evidence suggests that at least some may have marked burials.
Even the smallest details are changing the story.
The Xiangkhouang Plateau was not completely isolated. Across prehistoric mainland Southeast Asia, communities exchanged materials, technologies, and ideas over considerable distances. But linking the jar builders directly to any modern ethnic population remains uncertain. Their identity is still hidden in the archaeological record.
Today, science is revealing details that the stones cannot. Human remains can preserve clues about diet, mobility, ancestry, and where individuals may have spent their lives.
Piece by piece, researchers are beginning to reconstruct the people behind the monuments.
Whatever their name, these people possessed remarkable skill. Creating and moving massive stone jars required knowledge, planning, labor, and cooperation. These monuments were not accidental. They mattered deeply to the communities that created them. The people vanished from written history, but their monuments survived. And around those monuments, archaeologists found the strongest clue yet, the dead. Were these giant jars part of an elaborate journey between life and death? And what happened here? More than 2,000 years ago?